In this lesson, I'll give you an overview of the Android Location and Sensors chapter. In the lessons of this chapter, we'll look at some demos for implementing location and sensor-based features in your apps. So on to the overview. Mobile devices now have really incredible abilities to sense their position, motion, and environment. Mobile devices use a combination of hardware and software-based capabilities to implement these features. Not all devices have all these features, but many devices have a good number of them implemented. Let's first take a look at how you determine a device's location. There's a good page on the developer's website about this, the Locations Strategies page. In developing location-aware applications, you can utilize GPS, the Global Positioning System, and Android's network location providers to acquire the device location. GPS is the most accurate. However, it has some negatives. It only works outdoors, it consumes a lot of battery power, and sometimes doesn't return the location as quickly as users would like. An Android network location provider determines user location using cell tower and Wi-Fi signals. It works indoors and outdoors, responds faster, and uses less battery power. To obtain the user location in your application, you can use both GPS and the network location provider, or just one. Location capabilities can be combined with maps to create powerful apps that show users where they are on a map and where other places are located. The Location and Maps page gives an overview of these features and some good links to other sources you'll need to implement maps-based apps. Now let's take a look at sensors. They're listed in tables in the sensors pages of the developer's website, along with detailed information about using them. So let's take a look. On the motion sensors page, we have the accelerometer, which senses acceleration, including gravity, along the X, Y, and Z axes. Gravity senses the force of gravity along the three axes. Gyroscope senses the rate of rotation along the three axes. Linear acceleration senses acceleration excluding gravity along the axes. And rotation vector senses rotation along the three axes. The position sensors include magnetic field, which senses geomagnetic field strength along the three axes, and orientation, which senses positioning relative to the three axes. Then this was deprecated in Android 2.2. New implementations use the device's magnetic field and accelerometer sensors in combination to provide orientation data. And finally, proximity senses distance from an object. On the environment sensors page, we have sensors for ambient temperature, light, pressure, relative humidity, and temperature. That's our overview of location and sensors. Now let's move on to the lessons on creating apps to use these capabilities.